G'day everyone, Goob here with another Torchlight Infinite Sandlord season video. This is another in my series of free-to-play with the absolute decimation of the Eterna Rush, I guess boss rush strategy, where you just farm up a bunch of Eternals and they sell for 3 each. I'm now looking for a new way of getting FE in the free-to-play market. I know that beacon farming is fantastic in Profound. I'm not there yet. I didn't farm enough and I'm still stuck in T8. So I bought the compasses required. I'm still missing one compass and the all-important probe from Profound. But I just wanted to see if the strategy would get you profit in T8 or if it wouldn't in a I guess if you had enough damage to do this efficiently, which I don't, could you make a decent profit farming deep space beacons in Profound? So this is the last map in a 20 map test. I really just wanted to see if you could make a profit doing this, and then it would just be a matter of I need more damage, need more speed to make this, you know, more profit per hour, because if it's a decent profit per map, then obviously you could just boost your damage and stuff and make it a good profit per hour strategy instead. So anyway, that's enough waffle for this. I'll finish this map and then I will go over the income, I guess, from deep space beacons that I got with this strategy over the last 20 maps. I did use pretty much all of my refreshes that I had to try and get the best confusion cards for this as well. And I don't have high hopes, let's just say that. It's extremely bad when God of War falls off, because Yuga 2 is so slow. But anyway, that's that map done. That was 20 maps, and the compasses that it uses are extremely not cheap. So we ended up getting 11 deep space beacons, which I'm guessing they're about 18 each. Let's search for 18. They're all sold. Maybe they're higher than 18 each. There was a couple there for 18. Let's go 18.5. There's only 2 up there for 18. So 18.5. You can sell 1k worth. Yeah, so about 18.5 each. So if we put these up for sale, I love how there's all these fake ones there. So unit price of 18.5. That gets us 204 flame elementium back. The problem with that, these are 2 each. So I used 20 of those. So I used 20 Valiant War, uses 20 progressing beacon compasses, and it uses 20 of the unrivaled veterans. Now these are not cheap. If we bring across TLI tracker, it's easy to see with our 11 drops, we lost 125 flame elementium. So it is just not profitable at all. So that's a shame for this. It is strictly limited to Profound. Sure, we got a lot of T8 beacons, but they are not really worth much at all. Oops, that's not this. So sure, we got a bunch of these, but they're 0.3 each. So that's not going to make up the difference. I did buy most of these ones. So really, I just got these. So 0.3, so that's 10. Say 20. Maybe 30. 40 FE in other beacons as well. So we're actually still down, 80 flame elementium just from that test. Another thing that I did was I checked out Old Faithful. We've got Keegan edicts here. They're about 4 each for the Dart, Dive, and Ruins. So that means that you can do a normal Keegan, which that's what this build is capable of doing. If I just do this, I can do a search. There we go. That makes it easy. Nice and cheap to get this going. Everyone knows that Keegan is very good. I have already done 50. I saw a little trick in someone else's video. You can just pre-scroll that. You don't have to wait for it to appear. So you just hold the mouse button and scroll to the left. And it preloads, I guess someone said. I don't know what I said. You scroll on to the left. I'm waiting for it to spawn. My build is tanky enough to take that hit, so no real worry there. And then it's just a simple case of waiting for Keegan to die, basically. I can't really take the too many of those spikes, so going down here is kind of risky. So if you do it on normal, there is a 50% drop rate for those Nexus. Now if we chuck that into the TLI tracker, takes a little bit more of a setup cost of 600 flame elementium. However, looking at the price of Familiar Nexus, they are still going. Well, I actually got that last one there, so I wasn't quite at 50%. I got 24 out of 50. Looking at the price check, it has 48, but let's just confirm that here. So 48, there is none. Oh, there's some there. If you want to buy 31 at a time. 10 at a time is pretty reasonable. So yeah, we're looking at 48 a pop there. Let's add that to the tracker. Nexus. No, they're still 48 from 26 days ago. They actually went up to about 60. We started with 0 and we ended with 24. So 400 flame elementium per hour profit just from the Nexus. Now you can get other stuff from the runs as well. Double corrupted items. You might get something good. I know on my other character I got a chest worth 2,000 flame elementium. That chest probably isn't worth 2,000 at the moment. Let's just have a quick check. Let's see what it's worth. Where is it? Dex? Bueller? Void Embankment. Strength chest. I guess I just didn't look at it properly. Search criteria, we will go with all stats and elemental res. T0 and T0. So those are still worth 3,000 flame elementium now. If you were lucky enough to get one of those. I have had normal Keegan drop that. So you're making 400 FE an hour with the opportunity of having a really, really nice drop. So anyway, those are two strategies that we know kind of work. Tomorrow I will be getting my free legendary drop pack spirit, and I will be choosing Shepherd, because in my opinion, Shepherd is the most overpowered out of all these. If you're really good at Mistville, Mistville Orphan would also be incredibly good. Having said that, Canvas Owl is also really good, but more so with higher levels. So I think Shepherd is the most overpowered at level 1, especially for a free-to-play account. So now what I want to do is I'll probably do... I have a bunch of Lava Sea. So I will be doing Confession Chapel. I won't be doing it with any juice like that because Dream doesn't care. I don't know why I did that because I didn't edit the void chart. God, it's been a long day. Do I have a third one? Oh, that's Season Pass. Man. Free to play gets 2. Oh, man. Righty, so this is going to be a little bit scuffed because I haven't done any Dream on this account yet. So I'll have to buy the Dream compasses unless I take out the God of War, which I don't really want to do because Yuga's so slow. But I might do that in the future. But anyway, pretty much what I've got here is all of the up here for the 20% drop quantity, down here for the 2 sleepwalkers at the start, which really boost your progress. I guess you have to get that anyway to get the 20%. But over here you have the minus chance to trigger the Dream. Down here, more minus chance to trigger the Dream. And down here for more additional drop quantity. Sweet Dream Mist can also be really nice. Can spawn a bunch of chests and lightning and stuff like that. If it gets lightning, then it'll zoom through the map. Snow Paper from bosses with a chance at T2 skills. Some skills are still worth a shitload. Chance for God of War because I am very slow. And into here, chance to replicate Star Shards. We won't be juicing, we'll be boss rushing as fast as possible. So hopefully we can get you know, some winding keys, some Star Shards, and I had 3 points left over, so that's where they are. I am still missing 9 points. Which I'll eventually get, hopefully. But yeah, so that is the void chart that I'll be running with. Now I can reset it, and I can go through and clear out the 31 of these, and then I will empty my inventory and start this test. One thing I will do, hopefully I remember that I have done this. I'll go in here, items. I don't want to mess with this too much, but I'll just go here, hidden drops, item type, fuel, flame sand. I don't want to see flame sand because it will slow me down a lot, and at this stage of the season, it's absolutely worthless. I have a really bad idea of, you know, corroding 2 rings that I'm wearing because I did buy them for 1 FE each, so I may as well, you know. Aww. Come on, give me something. It does reap double, but the cooldown is the absolute worst, which is, so it's 25% slower, but it does reap double. So I guess it's a bonus, but a bit of a kick in the face. Pretty funny. Makes me wonder if I could buy some of those. What are they called? I just looked at it. Traceless Pain. Can I get these with this T0 this 2 seconds. 75, 50. I mean, 50 is not bad, to be honest. The damage over time on it's pretty horrible. Was there any of these up there? 6,000. Fuck it. What about this with max 4 seconds? 50. That's pretty much like the one that I got, but 92% damage over time. 4, 3, 4, 2. That seems reasonable. Alright, I've got to test this. So I bought the other one for 50. Now I want to see... I guess it has to be twice as good, doesn't it? But how much better is that in reality? So let's just do a 20-second test. 20 seconds gets me to... Caps out at 9.2. I guess that means that I have to buy the other one that I just favorited. .2. Oops, don't know what N is.
Please select the calibration intensity for invincibility number 2.
Yeah, another 20-second test. I'm hoping this is a relatively cheap upgrade. $500 million damage. I mean, it's a little bit more. It's not amazing, but anywho, back to the actual tests. Alrighty, so I've dumped off the stuff that we will be tracking. I will be running with Nightmare compasses. They are 1 flame elementium each. Cube, they are currently 0.15 or 0.2 each. And Familial Eternal are 0.15 each. So very, very cheap for the compasses. So I'm gonna just round it out up to maybe 2 flame elementium per run. These are probably the least likely to drop, so I guess we can do I don't have a spare one. Whatever, that's garbage anyway. So let's chuck up 48 of... it's already 1040. Let's do... We have to do at least 30 maps. So if I chuck 68 of these up, that gives us a 30 map test to see if we can get a reasonable amount. I mean, that should only take me 30 minutes max anyway. I have done that. I have reset it. I've got rid of the rest of those. And I will just be running with a Turner. And Nightmare and Cube. The point of the Cube compass is not Cube, it is for Desire Core records only. The point of the Familial Eterna compass, the Eternals are pretty worthless right now, but the drops of those will cover the cost of the compasses quite easily. They're mainly there to just give me some snowpaper fragments, and obviously the main attraction is the Nightmare. Won't be juicing because Eterna doesn't give a shit about juicing. As you can see, it's fresh. Chance at lightning, who cares? If you want to do a less bubble strat, you either don't take this one or you don't take this one. So you would just do a circle around like this. That allows you to take everything on the sides except for the XP. So you'll still get the other 4 important ones to utilize there. That one's pretty horrible as well, because Queen's Grace are practically worthless. But the Nightmare Monster itself is quite good. Drop quant. Yes. So we'll just go through, level up, drop quant, and then we'll keep going around, and then not take this node here. Red commodity, I like the sound of that. It's kind of funny, I just had a skill drop, and it was a level 21 Entangled Pain. And I had Starstalker here that was only giving 37% additional dot damage. I guess the build that I'm following has that on a ring, thus no curse here. And I do remember taking points on the tree that were additional damage against cursed enemies. So just including that little skill gave me an extra 3 billion DPS. So just a random little bit. So unfortunately, this dream started before the effect of the Void Tree. So floor 4, 100% chance. The next ones will be better. And none of these really benefit this at all. So I might as well just upgrade one of these, even though, there's not really any difference between white or blue. Don't have Shepherd, so I don't get any freebies here. But I do get 1 red. Unfortunately, no trinkets. However, is Fool's Crown worth anything? Okay. Nice 90 FE drop in here. I'll take it. The points into the Judge have already paid off. Had a Desire Core record just drop, which is quite nice. They're still going for, are they really that cheap? 50 each. Pretty nice. So I think this is going to do pretty well, to be honest. Getting a couple of Snowpaver fragments, it's not a huge amount, but should still cover the cost of the compasses and stuff. Maybe they're worthless, I don't know. Oh man, this just triggered at 10%. I was just thinking that it was going to be a really good one. If this didn't trigger at 10%, what I got? 3, 6. I probably could at least got 1 more red, which honestly, so far this is pretty good considering I can't actually get rainbows yet. So I think we're doing alright. So that one looked a little bit better. 6 FE, a trinket, armor, weapon, bunch of embers. The embers aren't really worth anything anymore, but the trinket is still worth 21 FE each, I believe. $20 each, pretty nice. Also getting truth fossils and stuff dropping, it's doing pretty well. I really don't like this. There's a 1 in 3 chance that it removes a red and gives me probably 1 commodity bubble. No, it gave me, like, I basically just traded a red black sail for a red commodity, which isn't too bad, I guess. I'm at 8. I need 1 more, but this is a 40% chance. Ah, rip. Ah, it's a weapon. But we did get 18 raw FE, so that's pretty nice. So, decent. Man, it just keeps triggering at like 10 or 40%, which is a shame, but... ah, well, whatever.
That was easy.
Maybe in the next one I'll get a rainbow, because I unlocked that during this one. So I think they only really take effect within the next selection. So it should be interesting. I've got 10 maps to go, so probably 1 or 2 more nightmares. Now this is pretty much absolute worst case scenario, because I couldn't get rainbows until the next one, plus no shepherd, and only just leveling up the nightmare tree as well, I guess. So we did get a little bit lucky with just commodity, but couldn't really juice them up at all. Even this one's just a single red commodity. Got a couple of weapon, couple of armor. Unfortunate not to get a trinket, but whatever. This one's not too bad. Again, it was a every time the type changes, upgrade by 1. So it changed it to commodity and upgraded it, and then I just kept doing upgrade until it got to red, and then it was add a random bubble, the same quality as that. So I've got 2 reds, not too bad. Hopefully this goes all right. You should be able to get deep space beacons from that Netherrealm one. However, they are fairly rare in T8. A little bit more common in Profound, and probably pretty common in Deep Space, but I doubt this character will get there this season. I'll probably do this again next season. But we'll see how we go. Enjoying this series a fair bit, which is good. Oh, we even got a free bubble there from our blue pet. Shame it was the blue, but got a trinket, not bad. No deep space beacons, but I'll take 20 FE. Righty, this will be the last map of the test. We've been going for about 40 minutes, which isn't too bad. Maybe a little bit less. It was 40 minutes ago that I decided to do this. That's a really nice one. If we can fill up all the tiers, it will be really quite nice. Blue or better. So anyway, I'll probably complete this test, and then as a bonus, I'll come back and see, like I'll do the other maps to complete that one too, and see what it gives as well. So it should be pretty juicy, hopefully, as long as it doesn't trigger at 10%, which will kind of suck. But I wouldn't put it past the game to screw me like that, so I guess we'll see in a minute. I've just got the plane watches to go after this. So 30 maps. I think I had 7 star shards to start. So we got 44 star shards, which gives us 3 goes, basically. Yeah, you can just the first one. Valiant War. Not horrible. 9 FE from that one. Only 1 FE from that one. Alrighty, having a quick visual of what we got. The 3 ends are pretty much, you know, obvious. They're about 14 FE each. We did get 2 Desire Cores. They are going for about 50 each, which is quite nice. I've put the snow paper fragments up for sale already. And we got 16 of these. That'll pay for that compass and a little bit of the snow paper fragment bonus there as well. I forgot to add the winding keys, which is another 12 FE. So let me just add that in. Winding key are not 0.7, they are 0.5, and we had 24. And this took about 40 minutes. So, considering I don't have the pet, and I only did a short amount with just the average. Oops, that was 30 maps. So I only did, you know, what am I trying to say? I only did 30 maps, unleveled tree. It's a little bit leveled now. I would expect more FE in the next 30 maps because I can potentially get rainbow bubbles, and rainbow bubbles drop a lot more shallow dream talkings than reds. We did get a few reds, but it's pretty easy to get reds if you know that upgrading the rarity is pretty much the most important part, because reds give far better loot than yellows, and rainbows give far better loot than reds. So 40 maps total, 40 minutes, 30 maps, 9 FE profit per map. I just put down the bottom here. The Lava Sea beacons are 0.2 each, including the other compasses and stuff. It comes up to about 2 flame elementium per map. So that is the minus 60 there. About 400 FE an hour doing this. As I said, if you level up your tree, I would expect more than 400 FE an hour, maybe 500, 550, 600 FE an hour. Could become quite nice in TLI, tier 0, 8-0 rather. Dream or nightmare farming. But yeah. Anyway, I will finish off this dream that I have in the maps, and we'll see. Well, you can just visually see the loot that comes from it. Nice to see the 25 Familiar Nexus sold very quickly, in a stack of 25 as well. Quite nice. It's the snow monsters that drop the skills. I'm not spawning them, so this is pretty pointless. The random thoughts that come into my head as I'm doing things, I'm just like, I wonder if this is from... for some reason in my head, it was whenever snow paper dropped, there was a chance. But anyway, that's entirely pointless. So I might as well just chuck that into here. Be nice to have that one though. One more point. Why can't I just have one more point? How rude. Oh, it wants me to gamble. If it removes one, adds one, then I've got a 60% chance to not upgrade. If it removes one, adds 3, goes down to 40%. Still a 50% chance not to upgrade. Please don't trigger. %50 chance. 2 out of 7. Thanks, game. Just noticed it gave me eternity that kills you as you kill things. I'm huge and fast. This is what eternity players feel like. Maybe without the killing themselves, but still. It's the third shallow dream talking I got from random monsters. It's pretty cool. Weapon. Didn't get a trinket though. That's a bit of a shame. Anyway, that's what I got for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Excuse me. Yeah. Fun times.
Powerful opponent. Shame that they're a little dumb. A powerful opponent. Shame that they're a little dumb.